Oh, good afternoon indeed. It's been a while, hasn't it? And there is a good reason for that. And as the title suggests, news, 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 and more news. And yes, so let's kick off with the first bit of news. As you may have noticed, I'm no longer in a Volvo. I'm back in a DAF. Because that all went a bit pear-shaped. Yes, it turns out that you need to have a certain state of mind, and I don't appear to possess that state of mind required to do that work. Although the work itself I could actually do. But yes, anyway, so change back into high gear. Stay green long enough for me to get out. What are you saying? Nothing. So, where were we? Yes. That didn't work out, so I've, for the moment, gone back to doing this because I know how it works and I can't really be bothered to start from scratch again somewhere else at this moment in time, because news piece number 2, there won't be much in the way of videos for the rest of this year because I'm busy planning stuff for next year, and then next year there won't be any videos at all, certainly not to do with truck driving, at least anyway, because I deserve a break after 8 solid years of work and pretty much no decent holidays anyway. Where does this traffic keep coming from? So I'm going to be taking the next year off to go holidaying and doing other stuff that doesn't involve truck driving or work in general. So yes, you'll have to do without videos for a fair while, but it'll start up again eventually at some point, somewhen, somehow. Although whether it will be truck driving related videos I do not know at this moment in time. I have a few options on the table. Some involve truck driving, some don't, but we'll see when we get there. That's a fair way off yet. So, moving on, in other news, you may remember, however long ago it was, I can't remember now, I'd done a video about the possibility of having the speed limit raised for HGVs on single carriageways from 40 miles an hour to 50 miles an hour. And as of yesterday, that has been confirmed. That will go ahead now and will come into effect in January 2015 even. So January 2015, all us lorry drivers will be able to do 50 miles an hour on single carriageways instead of the current 40. There is also plans, I don't know how concrete they are or not, to raise the speed limit on dual carriageways from 50 to 60. But honestly, have you ever seen a truck driver doing 50 on a dual carriageway? Excluding Tesco's and learner drivers, because I haven't. Have you? No, I didn't think so. So yes, that'll, rather than be raising the speed limit, it'll be making the speed that everyone does anyway more official. Yes, so that's that piece done. Next is the CPC, or Certificate of Professional Competence, which you imminently need to be getting because there is about 2 months left of your grandfather rights, and you need to get your act together. So if you're a new truck driver, don't worry too much, you have to do the CPC as part of your course. If you're an oldie worldy truck driver who got their license way back in yesteryear, you never had this thing called a CPC, you just drove a truck. And despite all the umming and ahhing, and I've heard a rumour that Germany is adamant they're not going to do it, along with a few other countries, but we are, so until anyone says otherwise, you have to get your CPC, you have to have completed your 35 hours of training before the end of September, I think it was. So you've got about 2 months left to get your act together, or your company has got 2 months left to get their act together and make you get your CPC and make sure that you are legal and can drive, otherwise you will more than likely not be getting paid. Lastly, for today's video, just to bring you up to speed of about what's going on in the whereabouts of myself and other things, Eddie Stobart, you may be seeing their trailers, no, not their trailers, their tracked units, pulling these trailers because we're that busy apparently that we need them. So yes, and if you've ever watched their TV program, they go on and on and on about how good and blah blah blah, we're the best, blah blah blah, we are number one. But so I've heard, once they got the contract for doing this on our trailers, supposedly there was a notice put up in all of the depots, does anybody want to volunteer to pull these trailers and get nice easy money, whatnot and so forth? And there were absolutely no volunteers whatsoever, because they're all frightened of our loading bays because they're hideous. Oh, no. So that shows you just how good we really are. Yeah, the supermarket drivers are the best. So yes. So what actually ended up happening was Mr. Stobart ended up shipping in some agency drivers from God knows where, the Far East, Middle East, who knows, Eastern Europeans and whatnot, and they dredged up a load of people from somewhere, and yeah, they haven't been showcasing the best of driving skills, because there has been damage caused here, there and a few other places, and drivers not being able to get on loading bays and whatnot, and having to call out for help. So yes, they haven't shone themselves in the best of light, but yes, what can you do, eh? They certainly don't live up to their sparkling image that they present on the TV, that's for sure. So I think that's about it for news. That is all the news for today. And yes, I think that's it. Yes, that is it. So Until next time, which who knows when that will be, I really don't know. Who knows? Who knows when? Who knows where, even? But until that time does arrive, see you then.